Yom Kippur is just around the corner, and all of us have our work cut out. On Yom Kippur Day, the Day of Atonement, we seek atonement from God. God forgives us on Yom Kippur. But for the sins we committed against our fellow human beings, Yom Kippur does not serve any purpose unless we have gone and asked forgiveness from the people that we have hurt. And many of us have hurt people this year in a way unique to previous years. And to better understand what I mean, let me show you an ad that was in the New York Times on Monday in memory of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Ruth Bader Ginsburg, woman, fighter, wife, patriot, feminist, mother, hero, justice. Yes, she was all that, but I would like to focus on one thing more. She was a role model for what it means to be a friend. You see, her closest friend on the Supreme Court had been Antonin Scalia. Let me remind you what that means. She was this feminist American Jew, liberal in every way. He was this traditionalist, conservative, Italian American, strict constructionist in every which way. On legal terms, they were on opposite sides of the world, and they expressed those differences. I read in one article how she had written an opinion that he described as having been less than fully baked. He wrote an opinion she wrote an opinion which he said was politics smuggled into law. They criticized each other mercilessly on legal matters. And then they went to the opera together. And then they celebrated New Year's Eve together. And then they were eternally close to each other as dear friends. And then there's us. We living in the United States today, politically, are extremely divided. There's a new book by David French called Divided We Fall, where he points out that politically, our country has never been as divided as it's been perhaps since the Civil War. And those divisions make themselves manifest amongst friends and family, where we no longer disagree, but we try to destroy. We don't debate, we debunk. We stop being friends and family. A significant proportion of Republicans say they would not want their children to marry a Democrat, and a significant amount of Democrats say the same about Republicans. There are families where certain members of the family can't come to a Thanksgiving dinner or a Pesach Seder because the political division has become so destructive. We Jews should know better. There's always been divisions amongst Jews. The school of Shammai and the school of Hillel disagreed on 300 issues of Jewish law. And yet the Talmud tells us they continued to marry each other and be friends with each other. And our politics is dividing us in ugly ways. Families are divided, friends are divided, rabbis and congregants are divided. And it need not be this way. Antonin Scalia's son, who is U.S. Secretary of Labor, writes about his father and Ruth Bader Ginsburg. They believed that what they were doing, disagreeing with each other, was essential to the national good. With less debate, their friendship would have been diminished, and so they believed with our democracy. Debate is healthy. Division, destruction is horrible. Let me tell you one last story about their friendship. It was reported in a newspaper, a story told by Jeffrey Sutton, who was a former law clerk to Antonin Scalia. And he witnessed the following regarding the Scalia-Ginsburg friendship. Sutton wrote about one of his last visits with Scalia, saying the justice had bought 24 roses for Ginsburg's birthday. He questioned why Scalia would make such a big purchase, asking, "What good have all these roses done for you? Name one of 5-4 cases of any significance where you got Justice Ginsburg's vote," Sutton challenged. And Scalia replied, "Some things are more important than votes." Yom Kippur is coming. Remember, some things are more important than votes. And if you've allowed votes to divide you from others, we still have time before Yom Kippur to seek atonement.